record. Great. Welcome, Nicolas and Paola, right? Yeah. So thank you so much for attending this session, this online session, okay? And well, this is our last online session for this program, okay? So it's going to be activity 4, or this online session is about the evidence that we need to carry out for activity 4. Yeah, good. Okay. So we have my motivators, right? Interactive activity, applying for a job, and evidence job interview. Oh, sorry, and consolidation activity. We have four evidence for this unit. It started yesterday, and it is the deadline for this unit is October 5th. Okay. The program is going to finish on October 7th, but you will have the deadline to upload all of the evidence. It's October 5th, okay? La fecha límite para envío de todas las evidencias, incluidas las de la unidad 4 y las que tengan pendientes de otras unidades, será hasta el 5 de octubre, okay? So let's go here to evidence, right? Sorry, to contenido del curso. This is where you can find the material to study, and you can find the links to send the evidence as well, okay? So we click here on Proyecto, right? And then we're going to this link that is activity 4. So the first link is Learn Guide 4, and then we have materials and support materials. If you have your microphone opened, you can mute yourself, or if you have a question, just let me know, okay? Good. So here we have, this is the name of the unit. Material, I've been doing my best, yeah? And we're going to click here, and you're going to find 2 links. One that says multimedia version, right? And the other one that is the downloadable version, or a PDF document to download, okay? The information that you find here is exactly the same as the one that you find here, okay? So I usually click on the multimedia version because it's more, well, dynamic, I guess. So here.
I've been doing my best. In this 4th activity of English.Works 4, you will learn how to describe events and situations that started in the past and are still taking place in present time. For that purpose, we will be contrasting the present perfect simple and continuous tenses and introducing language related to careers and jobs and learning to use some common phrasal verbs.
Okay. So now you have an idea of the topics that we're going to learn, okay? Good. Okay, so let's see here, introduction. Usually what we can see on the units is introduction, contextualization, comprehension, practice 1, practice 2, and pronunciation practice. In the introductory material, or in the introductory section, you're going to find structures and vocabulary. There's a lot of grammar sometimes, material. Okay?
Dear learner.
So let's see it. Let's go for it. It's 38 pages, okay? Some of them it's vocabulary, some of them is examples, some of these pages are related to how to use a certain expression, okay? So we have here a conversation. Would you mind, Nicolas and Paola, to read it, please? Would you mind reading it, please? So Jonathan can be Nicolas and Paola can be Jane. Yeah, okay.
Espérame, cierro la puerta porque me parece que...
A ver, fíjate.
Yes, we have some echo. We have some echo. Are you in the same house?
Yes.
Okay, I see it. I get it. Yeah.
Okay, Jonathan. So, how long have you been living here, Jane?
I have lived here for 10 years.
Why did you come to USA for the first time?
My father got a job, so we moved here. I was really happy about it because I always wanted to learn English. Besides, I have never been to USA in my life. I was really excited.
What have you been doing since you are here?
Okay, great. Let's see. Next one.
Well, I have been studying a lot. I finished elementary school here. Then I started high school, which is almost over. I have learned English. I have also traveled with my family and friends a lot. For the last year, I have been working in a coffee
Cafe.
cafe.
It's a hard work.
Sometimes some customers are really difficult. I have had awful experiences there. Sometimes it is hard, but I really enjoy my job. I have met wonderful people since I started working there, and they pay so good.
What's the best thing about living in USA?
The people. Before coming to USA, I was absolutely
Absolutely.
absolutely afraid about moving to a new country. But people here are amazing. I feel in love with American people since I arrived.
All right. Yeah. Perfect.
All right. All right.
Great. Yeah, very nice pronunciation. Okay, I'm going to just suggest probably some expressions here. And you say I started, get learned. This one also learned,
Learn.
traveled,
Is like a T at finish.
like a D, like a D
Yeah.
sound. D.
Okay.
Yeah, we have T sound and we have D sound. And in this case, it would be like a D sound. Yeah. Yeah. And we have a T sound. There is an explanation. Not sure if it's this unit, and I think it's in level 3. They have that explanation. Excuse me. So, for example, here we'll look at. There is a video on YouTube that has the explanation of the different sounds. Right. Just let me check it out. I can share it with you. And I can upload it to the summary. There's a document with the summary that we have for each recording, so I can add it to that. Okay. So we have ed, pronunciation, regular verbs. This one.
If you could design your life exactly the way you want it to be, what would that look like? What kind of work would you be doing?
So we have 3 different pronunciation on these sounds, right? So for example, here you say learned, and it would be also moved, traveled, moved. What was the one? Probably in the previous one, not sure. And she said I had awful experiences. I have met, the pronunciation here is met, right?
Okay.
This one is but.
But.
Yeah. No, no tan abierta, un poquito más cerrada puede ser. But. Yeah. Okay, great. Excellent. So you can see here that we have 3 different pronunciations for the endings of regular verbs, right? So we see watched, so sometimes it's in T, right? Sometimes it is D and sometimes it's it. And it depends on the final sound. Pay attention here. So the final sound here, I can see examples here. So there are some words, the final sound has no vibration. It's because it has no vibration. The T sound has no vibration. When I pronounce T, it doesn't vibrate, you see? La punta de la lengua va al paladar superior y cuando yo pronuncio la T con la lengua ubicada ahí, no vibra. Cuando pronuncio la D, sí vibra. Entonces digo D, D. Eso.
Es re difícil.
Es práctica, es práctica. Entonces,
Claro,
acá, entonces estos sonidos que tampoco son vibrantes, como la T, por eso se juntan y usan sonido no vibrante con sonido no vibrante. Es como esa la explicación. Entonces la CH, por ejemplo, yo watch. Cuando hago el sonido que también tiene la misma ubicación, la CH tiene la misma ubicación, la punta de la lengua va al paladar superior y hago y ese es el sonido, que es diferente a la SH, que es como cuando decimos
Sí.
es diferente, ¿sí? Pero ninguno de los dos vibra, entonces yo puedo hacer y no vibra, no vibran las cuerdas vocales, ¿sí? Lo mismo la X, que es ¿qué es esto? ¿Sí? Y la S y la K, la P, right? Entonces es el sonido, como los sonidos son no vibrantes, por eso va a terminar en T. Entonces yo digo watched, finished, fixed, digo
Okay.
kissed, talked, stopped.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop. Stopped.
Okay. Exactly. Las otras, que sí están aquí, que son vibrantes, ¿cierto?
Agreed. I. Cry. Cried.
Estas sí vibran las cuerdas vocales, por eso van con la D, como z. Y las vocales. Entonces, por eso digo planned, dreamed, called, appeared, loved, stayed, agreed, cried. Hay que exagerarlo un poco mientras uno le coge la práctica.
Sí.
Sí.
Termina como en D.
D. Ajá.
D.
Sí. ¿Cuáles son las únicas que no van con esa? Son las que terminan en los sonidos que tenemos aquí, T o D, porque queda muy difícil decir start como doble T al final, ¿sí ven? Entonces start, diría started, ahí sí
In
suena,
the past tense, we tried.
¿sí? Lo mismo las que terminan en D, ahí sí suenan, porque es difícil poner doble D o poner doble T, entonces tenemos estas, ¿sí ven?
Ahí
Start.
sí, como más literal. Ed.
Porque termina en sonido de la T, en sonido, porque invite termina en T, pero el sonido es invite, ¿sí? Entonces,
Sí.
decir doble T sería más difícil que decir invited, ¿sí? Entonces ahí sí decimos started, invited, expected, ended, decided, needed, okay? Pretty much that is the explanation. Okay? Any questions?
No.
No.
Okay, I'm going to share with you the link of this video. It's a very interesting video because they explain it, they give you can exercise and you can practice with them I'm going to share it here on on the chat, okay? And the chat, well, it goes crazy when I go back here because I am sharing my whole screen. And my computer is kind of slow, so just give me a sec.
Okay.
Here. So you have it, yeah. And probably you can take more time actually going through the pronunciation of the different cases that we have, okay? Good. So here we continue with this one, and this one is, well, they're going to explain the topics, you know, like when we use this expression to say, how long have you been living here again, right? So you can say, how long have you lived? Or you can say, how long have you been living here? It's not that big of a difference, to be honest. We can use one or the other. You can say, what have you been doing? Or what have you done since you arrived? Both are correct, yeah? You say, I've been studying a lot, or I have studied a lot, yeah? So we can use both, yeah. So let's see here more examples. If you want to read these examples, that would be great.
He has been learning English for 2 years.
Mhm.
I have been living here since
Since. Mhm.
um,
¿Me toca?
You can,
Sí,
yeah,
claro.
you can say it. Yes, Nicholas.
How, how long have you been studying English? I've been studying English for 6 months. How long has he been watching TV? He's been watching TV since 2 o'clock
Great.
p.m.
Yeah. Mhm. Great. So yeah, we can use either one or the other. How long have you been studying English? Yes. If the person is still doing it, yes. For example, I started living in Bogota in 2017, and I still live in Bogota. So you can say, how long have you been living here? Or you can also say, how long have you lived? Both are correct. How long have you lived? How long have you been living here? Yeah, good. Yes. There are certain actions when we don't use the ing. For example, when we say know, known, right? Yes, so we say we've known for 10 years, okay? We have been here for 10 years. We have been to Europe, yeah, okay. And we use for when we say the number 6 months, right? And we use since when we say the specific date, specific year, or specific time. For example, here, yeah. It's very specific time. Since I was a child, since I was 7 years old, since I was in high school, it's very specific. But when you say the number of years, the number of months, the number of days, yeah, the number of weeks, so you say for 6 months, for 2 years, for 10 years, okay?
También puedo decir, por ejemplo, en lugar de for 6 years ago.
Es un poquito diferente.
Sí.
El ago es cuando ya se hizo de alguna manera. Yo puedo decir, hace 2 años empecé clases de yoga, por ejemplo. So I started yoga classes 2 years ago. ¿Sí? Hace 2 años. Pero por un determinado tiempo, generalmente uno dice, es un poquito diferente. Para este específico, generalmente uno dice since or for. Cuando decimos el pasado simple, que es hice, estuve, viajé, Ahí sí sería como let go. I worked for school 10 years ago.
Sí. Porque haciendo una de las actividades me surgía una duda y es que no sabía cómo diferenciar los verbos, por ejemplo, estaba o estuve, o llegaba y llegó.
Uy, eso sí es muy parecido. Sí, sí, ese no hay mucha diferencia en el inglés, en el español sí.
Sí,
Ah,
sí, sí.
ya. De pronto el llegaba sería como I was arriving, sería quizás la diferencia. Cuando es más específico, ¿no? Cuando uno está describiendo lo que estaba sucediendo de una experiencia en particular. So,
Sí, sí.
like a story, you see, I was arriving home when I saw the cat, and it was a beautiful golden cat, or something like that. And I left him in, or I invite him in, or something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
So you can say I was arriving. Probably that would be one. Okay.
Okay,
Good.
thanks.
My pleasure. Yeah. So what we were saying here. So Nicolas, can you read this one, please? She's been afraid of clowns. Yeah.
She's been afraid of clowns. What is the pronunciation for
Since.
since she was a child?
Yeah. Okay. So remember, we use it for a specific moment. Use it since 1997, since last year, since she was a child. And Paola, can you read the next one with 4?
Yes. Use for period of time, for example, for 5 years, for 3 weeks. No sé cómo se dice.
Etc.
Okay, etc.
Etc. Etc.
Etc.
Mhm.
Okay. We've had this apartment for 2 years. You can use the present simple here.
Okay, yeah. When you say hemos estado aquí por 2 años, llevamos 2 años. En español decimos, llevamos 2 años, aquí llevamos bien 2 años. Se dice así, we have been here, we have lived here, okay? We have had this apartment, okay? In English, good. Cuando dice, acabé de hacer tal cosa, I've just arrived, acabé de llegar. I have just arrived. Ese acabé de hacer tal cosa se usa mucho con este. I have just called my mother. Yeah.
Que el I have es yo he.
Sí.
I
Ujú.
have. Después usamos el just para y después sí el verbo, el otro verbo.
Sí, así es. Lo que pasa es que en español nosotros no usamos tanto, aquí en Colombia no usamos tanto el yo he hecho, yo he ido, bueno, a veces, pero no tan, como cuando decimos esto, ¿no? El avión acabó de despegar. En cambio, en inglés sí sería the plane has just took off, taken off, right? Yeah, good. Okay. So where do you guys live? Where do you guys live? In Bogota, or where do you live?
No.
Live in Buenos Aires.
You live in Buenos Aires?
Yes.
Yes.
I traveled to Buenos Aires recently, like last month in August.
Really?
Yeah, for real. Yeah. When we started the program, I was in Buenos Aires, I guess. Yeah. I was, actually, I was traveling back from Buenos Aires, and that is why I had to move. No, yeah. I had just arrived. This is a very good example. I had just arrived in Bogota when we had the first session, the first online session.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's
Do you like Buenos Aires?
yeah, it's a beautiful city. I loved it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, very beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So how long have you been living there?
We live here. No. No, we have Ay, no, no sé cómo es.
Sí, sí, sabes, dale, we have, o Nicolás le puedes ayudar ahí.
We have lived here for
6 years.
5 years.
6 years, oh my God, that's a lot. Yeah,
Yes, a lot of time.
it is a lot of time. Wow. Okay, and are you planning to stay?
No, in this time I go, will go to Canada for study English.
That's amazing, congratulations on that, yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, well, it's very nice to have you here. Let's move to the next part, okay? Yeah. So yeah, we have the same example. I've been studying, you can say I've been living, you can say I've lived, I have lived, that is one possibility. Or you can say I have been living here for a number of time, for 6 years, for example, okay? Good. Okay, so you can see here more examples in the positive, in the negative, and in the questions forms, right? Good. I'm going to move a little bit quicker. Do you have any questions about these examples that you can see here?
No, I don't have a question.
No.
Yeah, probably. I think that you have like very good understanding. You need to practice more. So traveling to Canada is going to help you a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So there is something here in English that it's considered when you pronounce these words. Some of them sound stronger than the other ones. You see. So the ones that are stronger probably are the actions. Yes. Probably are the strongest, yeah, but it depends on the sentence, you see, and on the meaning. Like sometimes if you pronounce something more strongly than other expression has a different meaning, so the intonation changes the meaning as well, okay? So here, for example, you can see that these articles or these expressions that you can see here, the, and, but, right? So all of these ones probably sometimes don't sound that strong in the sentences, you see? So sometimes, not all the time, you see? So we can see here the pronunciation, like the symbols, right? Of these words. The strong form. Yeah, sorry.
Note,
To,
there are a few function words that do not
To.
weaken. For
Yeah.
example, on and
Well, they're giving the explanation that I left behind, yeah. To, and this one is
to,
to, yeah, okay.
Ta.
Mm-hmm.
at,
Okay. When the form of these expressions is not very strong, the pronunciation is called schwa. Schwa is like es como la apertura mínima de la boca. Uno dice, es mínima la apertura de la boca y suena, So say ta, ta, per, as, from. En cambio aquí suenan un poquito más fuerte. Cuando sí se acentúa mucho la palabra. To, at, have, for, as, are, from. Entonces a veces hay expresiones uno dice en las canciones, uno dice, ay, eso no, yo no escuché que dijera to. Ok, dijera at, ¿cierto? Y es por eso, porque viene más débil. No es tan importante la palabra ahí. ¿Ok?
O sea, depende del contexto, la
Ujú.
pronunciación de estas palabras.
Si es más fuerte, si se siente más o si no. Good. Yeah. Okay, so here, strong form. You see. Let's listen. Okay, let's see. It's not working. It's in my computer, probably. Here. Yeah,
I
finally.
have bought a new dress.
Yeah.
I bought a new dress.
Aquí en la contracción sería I've bought a new dress, right? Aquí
sometimes
good. Ahora en esta.
but,
It is easier to recognize a weak form.
Okay.
but.
Good. So here, you can see here, okay? So the black ones are the strong form, the black ones, okay? So listen to the pronunciation.
Strong form, full vowel. Weak form, schwa.
Okay, so here.
I'd like some tea. I'd like some tea.
So if you say, I'd like some tea, probably this person can be angry. Okay, it depends on the intonation, you see? This one is nicer. I like some tea, yeah?
I have to go to school. I have to go to school.
You see?
She wants to write a letter. She wants to write a letter.
Or probably he's emphasizing something, right? Like she wants to write a letter. So probably in these ones, you reduce the pronunciation of this. And the actions are more important. Have, go, school, wants, write, letter, right? Actions and nouns, yeah. Good. Okay, okay. There's an expression in English that is called be able to. That is when it's kind of similar to say can, right? When you are able to do something, is because you're good at something or because you have the skill. So when you say I am able to cook, is because you can cook. That's the skill that you have, yeah? So my question here is, are you guys able to cook? Are you guys able to cook?
Yes, I have, I don't, no sabría cómo responder ahí, o sea, sería como, I be able to cook.
I am.
Is-
Yes, I am. Generalmente es
I
como la
am-
primera. Sí.
I am
Ujú.
able to
Mhm.
cook.
Yeah, perfect. Yes. Are you able to play soccer?
Yes, I am.
Good, perfect. That's it. That's the short. Yeah. So, did you have classes yesterday?
No,
No.
no, able, no.
No, that is different.
Wasn't? No.
I didn't. Yeah.
I
Did you have? So you pay attention to the first letter. Do you, for example, do you like ice cream?
I don't.
Okay, good. So you say, no, I don't. Yes, I do. Yeah, so something like that. So pay attention to the first letter. So if I say, are you good at English?
No, I am not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect. But you can say, yes, I am. Yes, you are. Good. Are you good at maths?
Yes,
What
I am.
Yeah, perfect. Nicolas, what about you? Are you good at maths?
Estás muteado.
No, I am not good.
Okay. Yeah, so usually when you say be able to, you say I am able to, you are able to, she is able to, or you can say also I am good at something, right? I am good at languages, I am good at math, right? So you can see here the examples as well, yes? So, okay, let's move to the next one. Okay. In this part of the, this is a topic that we use when you talk about your abilities, right? So when you're going to present your professional profile, so the idea is that you say what you're good at, yes? And what are the skills that you have, right? So as students, you can also apply to scholarship, and you can say what you're good at. Yeah, what is it?
Or a visa.
Exactly, or for a visa. And sometimes they ask you this kind of stuff. right? But not sure for the visa, but yeah, you definitely need to fill out your application form for the visa, right? Good. So you can see here vocabulary. These expressions, as you can see here, follow up your application and confirm it was received, attend the interview, wait a few days, right? And different jobs, because they are talking about jobs or professional profiles, right? What are you studying? What is your major on? Paola, Nicolas.
I am a photographer.
Good, cool.
I studied marketing in Colombia. And now I am production manager.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Nice, very nice, both of you. Cool. Okay. Okay, so places of work according to the different, now probably the places of work have changed because like home office has become like a trend, right? Yeah. Describing a job. So you can say, well, you can find here different expressions to describe a job. A lot of the information that you're going to find here, it's about vocabulary, you see? So it's vocabulary that you need to actually study, right? When it comes to professions or to characteristics that can describe a job, right? Yeah. Or related terms like the insurance, you know? Insurance is something that is really expensive in North America. Not sure about Canada, I would say yes, but in the US, it's really expensive. Yeah, insurance, health insurance, or anything that has to do with insurance. But you can see here different expressions that might help you and can be useful when you move to an English-speaking country, like taxes, take home pay, right? Staff member. When you say staff member, it's an employee, right? But we don't say employee, we say staff member, right? Or salary, resume. Yeah, so there are, if you want to ask for a raise, right? Yeah, hourly pay for something. So I would strongly recommend you to check this vocabulary to look for a job, for a full-time job, overtime job, part-time job. Yeah. Yeah, so you can check the different expressions that we have here. Okay, good. Okay. And here, well, you have a conversation, the interviewer and the person that answers. Okay, we're running out of time, so probably we don't have that time to pronounce all of them. The study material is kind of long, but I think that is very useful if you really want to learn vocabulary and if you really want to understand and check some examples in context. It helps a lot. Yeah, probably when you travel to Canada, you will see that there are so many expressions that are much more, like you can see much more vocabulary there. Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Okay, I'm going to move to the final part, that is phrasal verbs. Have you heard of phrasal verbs?
Is expression with the verb plus I don't remember the name of the como preposition.
Preposition, yeah, preposition.
Preposition.
An article or a
Go.
preposition, yeah. Nicolas, you can continue. Yeah, and
Really?
no, yeah, that was great. That was perfect. Yeah. So for phrasal
okay.
verbs, yeah, it's a lot of, like, it's the same thing. It's a lot of vocabulary. This unit is a lot of it's about a lot of vocabulary. Because with phrasal verbs, it's like sometimes it has a literal meaning and sometimes it has a figurative meaning, right? So for example, when you say look up Look up is literal to look up, right? Up the sky, up the roof, right? Look up. But you can also say look up to somebody. That is when you admire a person. So a lot of children look up to their fathers or to their mothers, right? It's like that is like an example for them, right? And you can also say look up a word in the dictionary. Look up a word in a dictionary. So it has different meanings. It has a literal meaning and sometimes it has a figurative meaning, right? And we can say get off, get on, get out, right? So with different prepositions, probably they have different meanings. When you say, for example, go around, or go up, go down, go across, right? With go is kind of simple, but sometimes it has a different meaning, okay? So you can see here the examples. So yes, Nicolas, if you want to read the examples, that would be great, please.
Okay. Every day I wake up at 6 o'clock. I turn on the TV and watch the news. I always eat up my breakfast at 7 o'clock. Then I go to the gym at 10 o'clock and work out for 1 hour.
Exactly. So workout would be similar to say
Training, maybe?
training, exactly, training. And I train for 1 hour, exercise for 1 hour, yeah.
In this case, I always ate up is like eight or
It's like eat, yeah. It's kind of
okay.
similar when you say, it's when you say me comí. Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, but it's very similar, yeah. It's like actually when you say eat up, it's when you eat really fast, yeah. Probably that is the difference. When you don't have a lot of time and you eat up, is because you have probably 5 minutes to have breakfast. So you eat
Okay,
up
okay.
your breakfast.
Is eat quickly.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's what you were saying. It's a verb and an article that can be a preposition, like up, on, or out, or across, or into, right? Yeah. And we have more examples here. What time did you get up? Going away. I'm going away next vacation. What do you understand when you say going away?
It's like the future, maybe. I understand that.
Yeah, when you go away, usually is when you get out of the city. Yes, of the city where you are. Yes. So I live in Bogota.
Like travel.
Exactly. Even if it's to a different city. Yes. Yeah. Good. Yeah. So that is all about like probably these are the topics we just covered the general of the topics that we have for this unit. Okay. So I invite you to check the rest of the material. We have like 10 more pages that probably are going to give you more vocabulary related to phrasal verbs and some examples. In contextualization, we usually have
Contextualization. Listen to
examples that are really useful. Like when somebody is saying here, it's a chef who is saying his profile as a chef, right? And here we have says manager, yes, and you can see the example of how he describes or it's how he texts or he writes his profile as a manager. And you can listen to
I
the
left my job in
pronunciation.
August because I want to get a job at
So you can listen to the pronunciation as well. In the comprehension part, you're going to answer some questions about this contextualization. And in practice 1 and practice 2, you're going to do some exercises about vocabulary and structure. That is probably more about this part. And finally, we have pronunciation practice.
Pronunciation practice.
Yes, that you will get to cover. Like they want you to understand the phonetics, you see, which it can be tricky sometimes. but they are giving you here the phonetics. Hay que pronunciarlo lo más cercano, o sea, aquí sí es muy literal. Wages, right?
Esos
Unemployed.
ejercicios son muy difíciles.
Sí, son difíciles, porque ya es muy del lenguaje, ¿no? Para mí es familiar porque yo lo vi, pero claro, es muy complicado. Agreement, waitress, so,
Claro, digamos, hay unos que, digamos, ese waitress lo adivinó el de al lado, que es interview.
ujú,
Puede ser que la segunda de acá arriba sea application.
ujú, sí,
El de arriba es veterinarian. Pero bueno, acá, bueno, este ya lo habéis dicho, del segundo de la izquierda es waitress, pero de ahí para allá no.
esta, por ejemplo, es journalist. Esta DZ es ese sonido journalist.
Ah,
Sí,
no, si no nos dices, no tengo ni idea. Porque
sí.
si digamos es journalist, yo me imagino que haya una G así como veterinarian, ¿viste? Que, o sea, como
Ujú.
que hay unas que uno las agarra de una, como hay otras que no.
Mm. La D, Z, esta siempre es como cuando es esta S alargadita, es sh. Mientras que esta S con una T al lado, la T y esta S es la CH, que es, sí, no es sencillo, yo sé. Siempre que llegamos a esta parte en todas las sesiones tengo el mismo comentario, pero nos ayuda. Por lo menos ya saben que esta de Z es
Sí, eso
Ujú.
es, no
No
lo
sabía.
sabía.
Ujú, ujú.
Journalist.
Ujú. Que puede ser una G o puede ser una J, ¿cierto? Sí.
Ok.
Good. Okay, perfect. Nice. It was so nice to check this unit with you guys. Yeah.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
So well, the final part is to check the evidence. That is this part. So the evidence that we have, I'm going just to tell you what is expected that you do based on the instructions, right? So that is what we're going to do now. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know. I will check it out, okay? So I'm going to open the file here. My motivators. In this it's like you need to categorize certain topics, you see, okay? You can look in here a treatment that I have for my skin. But yeah, it's taking some time. Just give it a second. Okay, now you have it. So that they give you different, I don't know how to call it, probably categories. Yes, they're giving you different categories in your life, like challenge, competence, independence, interest, lifestyle, money. So they want you to order or say which ones are the most important to you, right? So just organize them in how important they are to you, and you need to say why the first one is important. If you consider that relationships are your number one thing, more than independence or competence or challenge, or if you think that money is your first one thing, why is it? Yeah. Or if it's security or challenge. Yeah. So you're going to categorize them and you're going to say why. You can just write it here. You can write from top to bottom, number 1 to number 10. And shortly, it doesn't have to be that long to say why each category is important to you. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the first one, and you go over here, here, and click on ver evidencia. Do you know how to send it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The last activity, yes.
Okay. And then we have interactive activities that are applying for a job. This is the SCORM, okay? You have to do it online. How have you done with, or how has it been working on these interactive activities?
Interactive
Have you had any problems, or it has been good so far?
It's good. I don't have problems with activity.
Okay, great, nice. Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
in the last activity, I sent the homeworks inverted. O sea, es que esto no lo sé decir. Envié la actividad 3 en la 4 y la 4 en la 3 de la última unidad. Igual yo te lo expliqué ahí en el mail, no sé si pudiste ver algo.
No.
O sea, como que,
Bueno,
ver.
pero ya que me dices, me acuerdo y lo reviso, ¿vale?
Dale. Sí, o sea, como que había una que era completar con las imágenes que nos dieron,
Ujú,
em,
la
la
historia.
historia,
Ujú.
y yo la subí en la siguiente, y la que era como grabar una voz, o sea, la subí invertida.
Okay, okay, vale. Nicolas, what is your last name?
Martínez.
Okay, okay. I'll take that in mind. Okay. Okay, so here, well, you need to help Luis to fill out an application form. Okay. Okay. So we have here, you click and you need to complete it. Okay. You have two opportunities to do it. The date of birth, right? But you need to listen to her and then you will, yeah, you complete the information. So you'll have two opportunities to complete it and that's it. It's not long, but really you need to pay attention to every single piece of information that she says, right? And then we have, next one is my professional profile. And I'm going to download the next one already so that you can save some time here. So, well, this is pretty much answering the questions that they give you here, right? So you need to write your profile based on these questions, right? What have you studied? What have you been doing recently? What is your experience in the field? Which are your professional qualities or skills, right? Which is your motivation for getting the job? What is your availability for the job, right? If you want a full-time job or a part-time job, yeah. Do you plan to study anything else? And are you willing to travel? So you can see here some expressions that you can include. Some of the expressions that they gave us in the study material as well. Yes. And you write your profile, right? Based on these questions. You don't have to answer each question separately. You just need to write a paragraph based on these questions. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I can base my CV
You
with that.
you want to upload your CV?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, you can definitely do it. And the second part here is to give examples with the phrasal verbs that you presented. Yeah. Good. And finally, we have the consolidation activity. That is to save your opinion based on this video. You need to watch this video, right? And you need to say whether or not you agree or disagree and why, right? And that's it. But this is a recording. You can write it down, but you also need to send a recording with your opinion. Okay.
Ok. O sea, hay que grabar y escribir también los dos.
On consolidation, yes. You watch the video and
Okay.
then you're going to say if you agree or disagree, and you're going to say why, and you're going to record yourself. You record yourselves saying your opinion, right? Yes.
Okay.
They're asking
Okay.
for a video, but a recording it's okay too.
Okay.
Good. And that's it. That would be all.
Okay. No, I don't have more questions.
Okay. You have a dog, right?
Yes, I have. Always when I in meeting, he's some noise.
Noisy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's asking for your attention. Yeah. Okay, that was very nice. If you don't have any questions, I think that would be all. Our final session is going to be on Monday. It's a chat. We use the same link that we had today. Our chat usually is on this week. We had it on Monday as well. And next week is going to be on Monday as well, so that we have a final or last session. Usually what we do is that we practice speaking or listening and speaking. Or if you have any questions about the platform, we also solve the questions that you have, okay?
Monday at
Four.
time.
4.
Okay.
Can you make it at 4 on Monday?
Monday. What is the date?
It's October 3rd.
2?
October 3rd.
3rd? Okay.
3rd.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great, guys. Well, it was very nice to see you. Well, to listen to you, to meet you. I really enjoyed having this session with you.
Thank you. The same.
Thank you,
Okay.
teacher.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
teacher. Goodbye, teacher.